Romulus, the founder of Rome, was of course the first king. He began his reign, as legend has it, in 753 BCE, by appointing 100 senators who would help him with the creation of laws and general governance. As the city had just been founded, Romulus is credited with the building of the city's first walls, courthouses, temples, and other civic buildings. Romulus is also credited with expanding the territory of Rome through wars waged against neighboring provinces. Most notably, he subdued the Sabines, accepting them as fellow Romans, and added Alba Longa to Roman control after the death of their king and Romulus's grandfather, Numitor. One famous scene from Romulus's reign is dubbed the Rape of the Sabine Women. To attract settlers to his new city, Romulus accepted into the fold runaway slaves, criminals, and the poor, along with many other ill-reputed members of society. Unsurprisingly, the first generations of Romans counted very few women among their number. To remedy this, Romulus devised a ploy. He invited the neighboring Sabine people to a lavish game to celebrate the new city. Then, on his signal, the young men of Rome kidnapped the unmarried Sabine women and drove out the men. Later, the Sabines returned, ready for war, but the conflict was stopped by the Sabine women themselves. Apparently, they had been treated so well by the Roman captors that they wished to stay, and with their intervention, the conflict was averted. Even the death of Romulus is shrouded in mythology. After celebrating his final victory in the Campus Martius, a violent thunderstorm arose. Romulus was engulfed by clouds and never seen again. Myth has it that he was taken to Olympus to live as a god, and was henceforth worshipped by the Romans as the deity Quirinus. After the death of Romulus, it was up to the Senate to elect the next king of Rome. After a year of deliberation, they elected a man of Sabine descent, Numa Pompilius. Numa was known for his building projects as well as the customs and laws that he infused into Roman culture. He constructed many new temples, recalculated the calendar to add the months of January and February, and instilled the ideals of justice, property rights, and respect for the common good into the Roman way of life. Numa Pompilius died of natural causes, and the Senate then elected Toolless Hostilius, a Roman, to take the throne as the third king. Unlike Numa's peaceful reign, Toolless Hostilius is best known for the wars that he waged during his kingship. The most notable of these was an ongoing conflict with Alba Longa, as the people of this town were unhappy under Roman rule. This conflict is the backdrop of another famous scene from Roman pseudo-history. Toolless and the Alban leader agreed that the conflict could be decided having two sets of triplets, one Roman and one Alban, fight on behalf of their people. The Roman Horatii brothers defeated the Alban Curiatii brothers, and Alba Longa became a client state of Rome. Toolless is also known for his victories over the Etruscans and for constructing a new senate house, the Curia Hostilia. After the death of Toolless Hostilius, the Senate convened once again to elect a new king and chose Ancus Maximus, the grandson of Numa Pompilius, as the successor to the throne. Ancus, though desiring to focus on peaceful expansion, was drawn into many conflicts and is known for his wars with many Latin towns, most notably Politorium. Once peace was won, however, he focused on civil works throughout the city and is credited with the construction of the Pons Sublicius, one of the first bridges across the Tiber, the Tullianum, the first prison of Rome, and the port of Ostia, Rome's gateway to the sea.